Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deanna Marie. Today we are doing a very exciting video, and that is none other than TBR Jar picks my April reads, or picks my April TBR. Now, I've never done a TBR jar before, so I'm very excited to do this. I went over to, where did I go? I think it was Hobby Lobby. I was going around tons of different stores. I went to Target. I went to literally so many different stores trying to find a TBR jar. And there were cute ones, but it wasn't really fitting exactly what I wanted. But this one, this is the one. Now, I did just put in new TBR jar prompts just because obviously this is my first one. And so I did put a twist on it. And that is, I put activities in alongside with the books. So I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna play in, or how exactly that's gonna look like. Maybe it's, I pull a book and then I also pull an activity, and then, I don't know, we have some activities, we have some books, and then we pick which activity we wanna go with which book, or maybe that activity is gonna be a vlog that we do here on the channel. I'm not exactly sure. I kind of just went with the flow and just kind of wanted to see what happens. But then again, I might not even pick an activity, so we're just gonna have to see. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Here is that beautiful TBR jar. I don't know if that distorted my face. How do I hold it, like this? Don't mind if there's like lip stain on my fingers and stuff like that. But I did, oh, it kind of all clumped together how I did it. I don't know, we'll see. But I put like blue and purple and pink because I felt like those were like really cute spring colors. I hope that I got that like right in where you could see it. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix them around. They are spring themed, I guess you could say. Like some of them are like, oh, for a rainy day, or because, you know, April showers bring May flowers, or some of them are like a book that looks like spring. So one of the activity prompts is something like go out and read in the sun, stuff like that. So we'll just have to see what we pick. Now, I'm sure you've seen like TBR carts or things like that, but because I'm getting back into reading, all of my TBR is kind of mixed in on my bookshelf behind me. You can't see the entire bookshelf right now how we have it, but I will be grabbing them and then you'll be able to kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's pick the first prompt. So here we go. It's kind of hard. Let me see. My boyfriend had seen these and he's like, it's kind of hard to do that because of how big they are. So I think maybe if I like fold them up and stuff like that more, it might be better because they are really big like this. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna let you see it first. Oop. I don't know if that's upside the right, if that's up the right way. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's an activity. Okay, the very first one. I'm so glad I had a blanket down there because I just dropped it and that's glass. The very first one is Barnes & Noble trip, and so that is one of the activities. So I'm not sure if I go to Barnes & Noble to go buy a new book, or I take you along with me and we do a reading vlog in Barnes & Noble, or we just go do a shopping vlog. You know what I mean? So we'll just see what that looks like, but that is one of our activities, is Barnes & Noble vlog. Okay, I also didn't think about how many ones I'm gonna pull. Let me think. Okay, this month is gonna be pretty busy, so I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna just pull 3 books. I mean, if I pull activities, I'll keep pulling, but I'm gonna only pull 3 books. Why did I have my hand like that? I don't know. I'm only gonna pull 3 books. I'm telling you, it's always on film days that my brain decides to not work, because the second I pull the camera out, I'm like, I don't know how to speak, and I'm doing this, and I'm mixing my words up, and it's a work in progress. We're learning together. We really are. Okay, my chokies? My chokey? My hoodie? See what I mean? My hoodie is kind of choking me. Okay, here we go, second one. So first one was to go to Barnes & Noble for a Barnes & Noble trip. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. I hope that one's not upside down. I didn't see it at all. Oh, it was. I didn't see what it said though. Oh, a book I've been wanting to read. Okay, a book I've been wanting to read. There's so many good ones, because I'm kind of worried about if I have another one. Like, I have some books in mind when I wrote the prompts down, and I feel like if I pick one of those books, but it contradicts with another one that I had in mind, you know what I mean? Okay, I did say I'm only going 3 books this month. A book I've been wanting to read. Ooh. A book I've been wanting to read. I have so many good ones. Okay, when it comes to a book I've been wanting to read, I decided to go with Out on a Limb by Hannah Bodum Young. I've heard a lot of good things about this. It's actually accidental pregnancy trope, and I've never read a book like that before, I'm pretty sure. But I've heard that it actually goes through the entirety of her pregnancy, and that it's really sweet because it's not like he abandons her. It's they're growing together because they weren't planning on it, but then they're growing their relationship as she's pregnant. And it's showing all the different stages of pregnancy instead of just kind of going with, okay, she got pregnant and then here they are now. It's like they're working through it together. And from what I've heard, it's a really sweet relationship that grows from it. And then they learn a lot of lessons like communication styles, communication patterns, you know, what they like, what they don't like. And they're really learning how to be a great team is what I've heard from it. And so it sounds really sweet and wholesome and like they're growing together. So I think that would be really fun and really sweet to read, especially in the springtime. So this is my first book that I picked, and that goes along with a book I've been wanting to read. Okay, where should I put this? Maybe, can you see it if I put it up there? I don't think you can. Okay, that was the first book, so now time to pick the next one. Let's see. I don't know if I want another, I feel like I do want another activity because I really want the sun one, like going and reading out in the sun. Okay, I pulled another blue one. Let's see. Hopefully this one's right side up. None of them have been right side up so far. Let's see. Can you read that? Ooh, a fast-paced thriller. Okay, I was not expecting to pull this one, but there is a fast-paced thriller that I had on my mind exactly when I wrote this. And so go ahead and guess and comment down below what that is before I come and bring it up, because I've talked about it so much on this channel and how I wanted to read it and how I specifically requested this exact cover for this version of the book. So let me go grab it. Okay, when it comes to the fast-paced thriller, you already know it was The Housemaid's Secret. So if you don't know the story behind the cover of this book, I specifically requested the purple version of this book because I'm pretty sure there's the red cover of it, but I really wanted the purple next to the blue of The Housemaid. And The Housemaid that just came out on movie, I think it was really good. That's kind of a tangent, but I think that movie was really good. But yes, for The Housemaid's Secret, funny story, when I read The Housemaid, I thought I was reading this book. Let me make that make sense. So when I had heard the review over The Housemaid's Secret, I went and bought The Housemaid just recently, last year I'm pretty sure, and then I thought I was reading this book. But from what I remember, memory based on that, is it's about Millie, the main character from the first book, and she's getting hired out to be the housemaid and kind of help with situations that are going on. But for this one in particular, she's instructed that she can't go behind a certain door, and then that's kind of like where you see this, and it says this this perfect home has one rule: don't look behind closed doors. And so I'm pretty sure in this one in particular, it's for a woman that she can't go and see her. She got hired by the husband, but she knows this woman is sick. She's being told anyways that she's sick. She's behind this closed door. Don't go and check on her. You know, she can't have visitors, and the door is locked, I'm pretty sure. But one thing leads to another. She's doing the laundry and she sees that there's like some blood on the neckline of one of the nightgowns that she has. So she's curious and she thinks that she hears crying some nights or different things going on behind the closed doors, behind that closed door, but she can't get into it. And so she's really starting to worry for this woman. And then I'm trying to think what else was, but I'm pretty sure that's the gist of it. But I feel like this is gonna be super fast paced. I know The Housemaid was. I flew through that book. It took me out of the biggest reading slump ever. I loved it so much, and I feel like this one's gonna do the exact same thing, especially because I went into The Housemaid wanting to read this book, The Housemaid's Secret. So that is book number 2 on our TBR for April. And that went along with a fast paced thriller. Let's see if I'm doing that right. Okay, let me set it up here. I hope these don't fall. I might have to rearrange. I don't know if you can even see that. Let me move my drink. Maybe you can see that better. Okay, that was the second book. Okay, this will be the very last time that we draw. Unless it's an activity, then I'll draw again. Okay, Let's see. I picked another blue one. Should I go with it or should I pick a different color? I don't know. Let's see. I did pick it though, so let's see. What is it? I'm kind of nervous. Okay. A cozy rainy day read. Okay, I was really wanting to get another book, so I think I'm gonna pull again. So a cozy rainy day read. I was in between going with another one or actually getting the thriller if I didn't pull that one. So for a cozy rainy day read, let me think. I feel like a cozy rainy day read reads to me. How many times did I just say that? That reads to me as maybe a romantasy or even a thriller. I feel like thriller is for, but it does say cozy. So I feel like a romantasy. Okay, I know I said I was thinking romantasy, but because it is springtime, I'm kind of starting to lean away from the romantasies, and then I'm in the middle of both series of the romantasies that I'm in right now, and those are more war heavy, so I feel like they wouldn't really be cozy per se, but I do want to do a separate reading vlog on those. So I picked one that I actually have started before and I want to start it again, and that is none other than the Addicted to You. And if you've been on BookTube for a long time, you've definitely heard of the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. I'm pretty sure it's called. This is the first one to it. It's a little bent because, like I said, I've had it for a little while. And so this one is like, she has an addiction, he has an addiction to different things, and nobody knows their addictions, and they're paired together as college roommates. Their families know each other. They're in a really nice house, and it's like they're battling their addictions together, but then also growing together. Before you go into this, I would definitely check trigger warnings because I'm sure there's a lot of things that, you know, are discussed, harder topics discussed, and so you might be laughing that I chose it for a cozy rainy day read, but I have read this one before and I felt like I was flying through it. I just wanted to really sit down and read it because I was listening to it on audiobook, and I was kind of partly listening to it, partly not. That was when I was in my running era, and so I was really struggling through running, and so I wasn't really totally hearing everything that was being discussed and being said, but when I was reading it, I really liked the character development, and so I feel like that would be a very cozy rainy day read, especially because it's a quick-paced book. Let me see. Oh gosh. It's 360 pages, it looks like. Oh, that might have been bonus content. It was a bonus chapter. Maybe 350 pages. I don't want to spoil anything, but it might be in the 350 pages, and so that might be a quick read also. This is off topic, but not really, but when it comes to after you get off of reading romantasies, it's such a difference in going from reading like a 400 to 800 page book to then reading a 300 page book. Then it's like, oh my gosh, I can fly through this one. So I'm very excited for the lineup that we have so far, so I might not pull another one, but I definitely want to because I have one in mind that I really want to get. Okay, last one unless we pull an activity. That wasn't the one I wanted. Okay, I already peeked at this one, but I'm still gonna show you. Okay, it's a new release. It wasn't the one that I wanted to get, but I'm still very excited to read this one. The only reason I was like, okay, I don't want this one anymore, because I did want it before. Now I'm kind of like, maybe I didn't want it. That's because it's part of an interconnected standalone, and so if you know what I'm talking about, that is none other than The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. I loved her Just for the Summer book. 5-star read. I thought it was so, I don't know, I just loved the way she went into difficult concepts, but in a rom-com way, and it's like you're watching them fall in love while still discussing heavier topics in a beautiful way, and I really enjoyed that. And I was so excited for this book, especially because it's like a special edition, and I went and did a video on TikTok about that too, and I think it's so pretty. But I found out that this is part of an interconnected series, and so you need to read, or you don't have to. There's Easter eggs in each, but I definitely want to read the other one. And so the other one is Say You'll Remember Me. Before you go into this one, I don't know, I might still just go into this one first. But that's the only part where I'm like, I don't know if I want to go into this one yet or not, because there might still be the other one that you need to read first. But I have the excitement and buzz of wanting to read this one. So don't get me wrong, I really want to read this book. It's just that it's like, oh, am I going out of order? But I really want to read this one. But at the same time, I want to get the references if they're mentioned, you know, to get the full effect. But we'll just see. Okay, going through the TBR first to last, I went ahead and did 4 books. I don't know if I'm going to get to them all, but I'm definitely going to try. The first one is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bodum Young. The second one is a thriller, very popular, The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. The Addicted to You by Christy. I'm butchering everything. The Addicted to You book by Krista and Becky Richett. The Addicted to You book by Krista and Becky Ritchie. And last but not least, Abby Jimenez, The Night We Met. Go ahead and tell me down below which one is your favorite out of this list, what you have on your April TBR, what you think about if I should just go right into this The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez or read the other one first, and if there's any other video ideas that you want to see. That is the end of our very first, oh, it's slipping. That's the end of our very first TBR jar. TBR jar picks my April reads. Bye sis, love you.